Welcome to Nurse Burnout Solutions, the show that empowers you to beat stress, reclaim your energy, and discover lasting fulfillment in your nursing career. I'm your host, Betty McLean. I'm a nurse with over 20 years of experience, and I'm also a certified life and certified burnout coach. I'm here to share expert insights with you, a lot of practical tools, and some inspiring stories. So join me as we navigate the challenges of a career in healthcare, and I help you find renewed purpose and resiliency, one episode at a time. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm so glad you're here. So if you've been with me the last couple of episodes, I have been talking all about the stages of burnout as I use them in my coaching practice. Now, you may be feeling like you're in kind of a heavy place. And we're going to talk today about that heaviness and how normal it is. And I'm hopefully going to just normalize for you the fact that you're in a great place. You're not broken. You are okay. And we can get you feeling better. So I'm glad you're here. Hang with me. It's going to be a short podcast, probably. We'll see. I just want you to understand that you are a normal human experiencing a normal human life. You may feel like no one understands you or that you're having a unique experience. And to some extent, all of us are having a unique experience, right? Nobody processes things and has your exact same experiences, but the feeling of heaviness, the feeling of stress and burnout, this is normal and you can get through it. When I was at kind of the height or the low of my burnout, I really did think there was something wrong with me. I was having a lot of the thoughts like, I used to be a good nurse. What's wrong with me? I used to be able to handle this. I can't now, so there must be something wrong with me. And I thought I was going to have to leave nursing. I thought I would have to leave the career altogether. And it felt very isolating. It felt like no other nurse could possibly be experiencing this. This must be very unique to me. Come to find out, it was not a unique experience. A lot of nurses, probably all nurses at some point in their career, feel that. And it's how we choose to get support around us, how we choose to talk about it, of coping mechanisms we put in place. That's what determines whether we head into burnout or not. And honestly, most of us will experience some form of burnout because we aren't taught how to cope properly. We're also taught, and again, this is very generalized. So if you did not have this experience, then thank your lucky stars, and I want to know where you went to school. I went to nursing school at a very supportive college. My instructors were supportive. We had a very small class, and it felt just like a great experience. But there was this unspoken understanding that I picked up somewhere along the way. It was, I think it was there in nursing school. It was definitely there in the first few years of my nursing career. This idea that nurses can handle it. Nurses are superheroes. Nurses, like, they can see the worst of the worst, go to the next room and see a patient at the best of the best, and they'll go home and they'll take care of their family and they just can do it all, right? That's what I was taught, that nurses are just capable. We're so empathetic and caring that we could just handle it all. And the problem with that is it's this idea that nurses can handle it all or should be able to handle it all. It takes the human element out of our experience. Because first and foremost, before you are a nurse, before you are a parent, before you are a sibling, any of those labels that get put on us, We're a human having a human experience. And humans have have to learn to manage stress and protect their energy and learn what replenishes their energy, right? It's not a personal failure. You're not doing something wrong if you cannot handle it all. You're not. It's not, it does not mean you are broken. It does not mean you are a bad human. It just means you're a human. Humans can't handle it all. We all have, and I think this is what makes it difficult is we all have a capacity. And that capacity is different from person to person, right? Our capacity to handle stress is different person to person. And it's based on a lot of things, right? It depends on how we were raised. It is dependent on the types of trauma that we've experienced, the type of therapy we've experienced, the type of coping mechanism that we use on our day in a daily basis. Our capacity to be resilient and handle stress and stay out of burnout, that capacity, well, it is not fixed. You can learn to increase your capacity. That's actually part of the burnout recovery journey that I help people do. You can learn to be more resilient, to have more capacity, but your capacity will always look different than the people next to you. So the nurse who's been on your unit for 30 years is going to have a different capacity because they have different coping skills and different life experience than the new grad who, is barely out of residency and like doesn't know what the heck they're doing, right? They're and you who've been on the unit for 5 years, right? You're all going to have different capacities, different life experiences, and all of that is good. All of that is normal. Like the veteran is great. The new brand new nurse is great. You're great. We're all okay. We're all just having our experience. What is not helpful at this stage is to say, I'm broken. There's something wrong with me. This exhaustion, this disconnection, this irritability is just my life now. That defeatist victim mindset, you are welcome to stay in it if you like, but it is not helpful. And guess what? It's totally, totally changeable. It's totally able to change. Changeable? Anyway, you can change it. If you are someone who tends to think things like, it's never going to get better, I'm always going to be exhausted, I'm broken, I can't keep doing this, like that's actually relatively easy to fix. We can help your brain learn new beliefs. You are normal, you are not broken, and you are capable of change. The way that you do that, you get a support around you. You get a tribe around you, you get support. Especially though, you get support from people who understand how to help you with new coping mechanisms. So this is a skilled therapist, a skilled life coach, a support group, somewhere where you can get a neutral perspective on what you're going through. Because one of the things that happens when we get into these really defeated cycles is the exhaustion, the disconnection, the irritability. It really becomes our truth. It feels very true to us. And we need that outside perspective sometimes to help us shift our mindset. Because if there's nothing wrong with you, which I believe, there might be something wrong in the way you are coping. And that's where the magic can happen, is learning new coping mechanisms, learning new ways of thinking. That is how we shift from a burnt out, irritated, exhausted nurse to one who feels like you can thrive in your career, You can make a difference for not only your patients, but your coworkers. And rather than being that, you know, irritated nurse that's always, complaining about how tired and how overwhelmed and overworked she is, you become the person who has the capacity to handle your job, who knows how to set boundaries when the job is inappropriate, who knows how to take care of themselves and can therefore show up for other people. You can be that person. You just have to learn some new ways of thinking and some new coping behaviors. So, if that sounds like something you want, I would love for you to take my burnout quiz. It is at aimforgreatnesscoaching.com/burnout quiz. That will get you in contact with me, and you can start to listen to kind of the way that I talk about burnout. I'll send you a couple of emails about your stage of burnout and what it looks like to recover from that. If you know that you are ready for personalized help, just reach out to me. You can email me, Betty at aimforgreatnesscoaching.com, or you can follow me on any of the social medias. I'm on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn and all the places. So please do not stay in a place where you're uncomfortable. Those uncomfortable emotions like overwhelm and exhaustion and irritability, those are telling you something. You are, again, you're a normal human having a normal experience, but you don't have to stay in those uncomfortable emotions. You can learn to be resilient and have more joy and feel more calm and have more capacity. I can help you do that. So get a hold of me. We will talk and we will figure out how to get you the support you need. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks for listening today to Nurse Burnout Solutions. Remember, I really believe that all stress is manageable and burnout is not inevitable. If you are struggling with stress or in burnout, I can help. Check out the show notes for ways that we can connect and get you the support that you deserve.